Hello, 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 home choir. Great to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today for a very, very exciting teaching video. We're going to be learning today, as I'm sure you know, as you've just seen from the image, a piece by Jamie Hall, who is a BBC singer and an accomplished composer and conductor in his own right. And he has written this gorgeous piece, O Nata Lux, and he is giving this to the world for the next few months to raise money for this immensely important campaign, Choirs Against Cancer. Now, you can find all the details about this brilliant campaign at his website, and I'll have the details of that coming up in a minute. You can also find it via our website at homechoir.org, and I would encourage everyone who takes part in this project, which is going to be a recording project starting next week, teaching this week. Recording starts next week. You'll have 3 weeks to get the submissions in, and then we'll mix it and hopefully have it all ready to play for you for Christmas time. And it's just a really fantastic campaign. We'll be hearing from Jamie shortly. He's recorded a special message to play to all of you. But if you'll allow me a few moments to just check that everything's working from the sound point of view. Okay. Good. And we have the acoustic here in the magnificent surroundings of Patchway Cathedral. Had a lovely walk around Patchway this morning. I was remarking on the rolling hills and the Gothic architecture. If you believe that, I've got a bridge to sell you. Oddly enough, in Patchway. Let's have a listen to the track for today. Check what the level's okay. Let's have a bit more Hannah. More Hannah is a good thing. What a heartbreaker. Fantastic stuff. Some gorgeous clashes. Oh, that was unexpected. Gorgeous clashes. And you're going to love learning this one, folks. Very, very singable lines. Everyone gets something nice to do. And of course, yes, I've recorded the alto and tenor parts. That's a fairly traditional Patchway Cathedral choir thing to do. But we have Jamie himself singing bass and the amazing Hannah Ely from also the BBC Singers and the Fieri Consort singing soprano for us, and she has given her time and wonderful singing to this project for free, as indeed everyone has, including everyone behind the scenes here. We are going to be giving as much as we can to Macmillan Cancer Research, so do please have a look for that crowdfunder. We want to absolutely smash that target. More on that as we go. Did everyone watching catch the shout out on Radio 3 today? BBC Radio 3. I've only just heard it because Nikki sent it through. Thank you, Nikki, who sent out a press release. And it really does show that these things are very much worth doing, because it was on Georgia Mann's programme, Essential Classics, at 1 hour, 1 minute and 24 seconds. In fact, I'm sorry, I'm just going to play you this, because this is a big deal. Okay, so it's just after 10 o'clock. Hang on.
Schubert, sung there by the Rias
Listen to this.
Choir.
Right, hang on.
And with those choral sounds ringing in our ears, I've been sent an email by the team at Home Choir asking me to let you all know about something that they have happening this afternoon.
I mean, thank you, Nikki, for doing that. Thank you to Georgia for playing it. How exciting is that, folks? National Radio Home Choir project, and if anyone's watching as a result of that, well, you're very, very welcome. We will be starting in just a moment. You're thinking, why is he chatting? I always pop up before the start of the rehearsal, as any good conductor would, to make sure everything's set out, chairs and so on, tea, coffee ready, and to welcome everyone. So let me just say hello to everyone who's watching live, which everyone's watching later on as well, and to everyone who is here in the live chat. Let me see who's here. A big turnout today for this fantastic piece. So hello, Alison. Hello, Angela. Hello, Christine. Hello, Christine. Hello, Emma. Hello, Fiona. Hello, Glennis. Hello, Gloria. Hello, Epi. Hello to Irena. Hello, Jackie. Hello, Janet. Hello, Jen. Hello, Judith. Hello, Mary. Hello, Michael. Hello, Mike. Hello, Nicola. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Patricia. Hello, Philomena. Hello, Ruth. Hello, Ruthie. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Sarah and Seamus. Hello, Sheila. Hello, Susanna and Hanu. Hello, Terry. Hello, Valda. Hello to everyone. Hello, Gloria. Lovely to see you with us. And to everyone who's watching live but not in the live chat, a very good afternoon to you. So we need to crack on, everyone. This is a brilliant, brilliant project. It is going to take more than half an hour to teach. Usually I try and squeeze these sessions into the shortest possible time, but today we're going to play the whole piece all the way through at the start. We're going to have the teaching building from the bass up, as it's Jamie singing bass. So we basses, tenors, altos, sopranos, and then a full playthrough at the end. So I'm going to estimate this session will be around about 15 minutes in total. It may overrun, but with such a good cause to raise money for, I'm sure you'll all agree that is entirely worthwhile. So let's begin, shall we? We're going to start off, as always, by singing the all-important home choir chord. It is our identity and our voices all together from around the world. So we're going to sing home choir. Choose any note from that lovely chord, and let's start our program. Here we go. Gorgeous. And the voices of home choir singing that beautiful C9 chord announce it is the start of our show here on a Wednesday. Now, we're going to be pausing our choral alphabet series, which has been running since the start of the year, for the next 2 weeks whilst we take part in this amazing project here. This is Jamie. Everyone say hello to Jamie. And Jamie is a fabulous baritone. He's a composer, he's a conductor, and an all-round great chap who messaged me some weeks ago now, actually a couple of months ago, with this brilliant project, Choirs Against Cancer. He's written this piece, O Nata Lux. He's giving it for free in all sorts of various iterations as well. Not just SATB, there's a TTB version, there's an SSA version, there's a version if you're not a religious choir. He's got some beautiful lyrics that are not religious. Basically, in any possible configuration to get as many people as possible to sing this gorgeous piece to raise money for Choirs Against Cancer. Now, he is going to tell us more about it in a message very shortly, but if you want to read how Home Choir is supporting this, you can see here via our website, homechoir.org. Go along there. It's there on the front page. Anna's done a brilliant job of setting it all up. You can click, you can read exactly what we're doing. But in short, today we're teaching his piece. Next week, we're going to have the recording session, which of course will stay online for several weeks to allow you to record at any point. If you want to come along and record live with us next Wednesday at 2 o'clock, well, that's fantastic. Now, before we crack on, let's just to remind you, as I say, our website is there. Everything you need to know. We are supporting Macmillan Cancer Support. There is a crowdfunder up, which Jamie has set up. Details are all there via our website and also Jamie's website, which I'll tell you about in just a moment. This coming Friday and following Monday, we of course have our regular home choir shows. So this coming Friday, it's Fun Friday. We're going to sing some sunny, warm songs, including Island in the Sun. Now, as I look out the window here, I've had to change the lighting because it's gone extraordinarily dark and gloomy here in Bristol. So this is very much more in hope than expectation. But we shall learn and sing Island in the Sun. And then on Monday, Wild Mountain Time, a beautiful Scottish song, Will You Go Lassie Go, which is a great one. And you can see here this gorgeous image which Midjourney's created for me of a guitar lying amongst the beautiful purple heather of the Scottish Highlands. So we've got Island in the Sun, and then perhaps a little bit less sunshine, but lots and lots of warmth from Wild Mountain Time on Monday. Now, just to point out that many people support Home Choir. If you like what we do and you want to buy us a coffee, this cheery little chap here has a nice little smile on his face to say thank you to everyone who donates to Home Choir, even if it's only every now and then. But if you'd like to support the channel and buy us a cup of coffee, then you can go to homechoir.org/donate. And remember, all the details, everything you need to know to be in Home Choir, you just need to sign up for our weekly email newsletter, which is completely free. Indeed, the whole channel is free. You just need to subscribe if you haven't done so, and go along to Home Choir, click the newsletter sign up, fill it in, and you're done. And if you tell us when your birthday is, as lots of people have done, well, then we shall sing you happy birthday on your special day. And these lovely choristers are celebrating their birthdays over the next few days until we're on the air again. And so to Christine, to Deborah and Jane, well, a very happy birthday to all three of you. We'll sing for you in just a moment, but first of all, a warm-up. I think we should make sure we're beautifully relaxed and ready to sing this gorgeous piece which Jamie's written for the world. So if I could invite you to stand, if that's possible, and if standing is not on the menu, well then please don't worry about it, but sit with your back away from the back of the chair, give yourself a lovely straight back and a long neck. Those of you who are standing, remember, feet shoulders width apart, knees nice and soft so that music can move you and you're not feeling stiff and resistant to the charms of this gorgeous piece. And let's all take a nice deep breath and sigh. Fabulous. And again. And a sigh. Splendid. And just roll your shoulders round, please, everybody. audible clicks and pops from me today. At some point I need to go back through all my past videos, just sort of grab all of the shoulder clicks and pops and turn it into some kind of garage band related instrument. It would make quite good percussion. Now just roll your heads left and right and just be really, really gentle with yourself. It's lovely to see so many people joining us live for this very special project. Hello to Mike, hello to Barbara, hello to everyone. Hello Christine, hello Michael, hello Gwyn, hello everyone who's joined us since we started, and great to have you with us. Okay, so we're going to do just a little bit of gentle humming, starting here on the C. Nice deep breath, here we go, and upper semitone, and an and an off orange. Fabulous. Yeah, 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 your turn. And yo, yo, yo. And yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, yeah, yeah. And one more. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. And we are now going to sing happy birthday for these three lovely choruses before we start learning Jamie's piece. And so to Christine and to Deborah and to Jane, many, many happy returns to you from everyone in home choir. And so everyone after two, ready? 1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Christine, Deborah and Jane. Happy birthday to you and many more. Fabulous. And many happy returns to all three of you and to anyone out there celebrating their special day today. So, ladies and gentlemen of home choir and special guests, and I see from the live chat that Jamie is here. Hello, Jamie. The composer himself is in attendance. Well, this wonderful piece, which Jamie has written for the world, is a very, very special sing. We shall hear it for the first time in full in a moment. But first of all, a message from the composer to all of you. Take it away, Jamie.
It's Jamie here with a big hello to everybody at the home choir team and of course to all of you singing at home. I couldn't be more excited or more grateful that you're taking part in my Choirs Against Cancer campaign by singing O Nata Lux. I hope you enjoy the piece and I can't wait to hear the results when you've all sent your recordings in. I'm very grateful that you're choosing to support Macmillan too, which is a charity close to many of us, I'm absolutely sure. I think choirs are particularly wonderful at charity work because choral singing is not just about music, not just about singing, it's about community. And I think it was the COVID pandemic more than anything else that proved to many of us just how important singing and singing together chorally is to so many of us. And thank goodness for people like Ben and his team with the vision to keep choirs going even when we couldn't be in the same room together. How fantastic that that's still going now, even as the pandemic is over. And I'm sure many of you who are still not able to be in large groups are very, very grateful for Ben and all of his work. I think it's fantastic. I really want home choir to go from strength to strength. And I wish you all a very wonderful Christmas when it comes, with huge gratitude from me. Let's make Choirs Against Cancer a success this year. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Jamie. And you're officially the first person to wish me a Merry Christmas. So I'm really grateful to that. And thank you for all of your kind words. And for those of you that don't know, of course, Jamie was not exactly inactive during lockdown. He put out so many fabulous videos on what was formerly known as Twitter. I refuse to call it by the new name, with his bathrobe recitals. So if you haven't followed Jamie Hall on Twitter, please go and follow him. Watch his bathrobe recitals back there from lockdown. He did a brilliant job of keeping everyone engaged with music and smiling, and this is a brilliant project. So I think we're all agreed it's a very good thing that everyone's doing. Let's crack on. So I'm going to press my magic button here, and nothing will happen. That's a great start, isn't it? Let's try this. That's better. Slick professional content right here. So this is the piece. This is Jamie Hall's O Nata Lux, and a couple of things to point out at the start. It is marked very slow, profound and heartfelt, and these are all things we need to have in mind as we listen and begin to prepare to sing. We've got some beautiful dynamics here, piano up to forte and down again, and as we're listening through, you're going to hear all these gorgeous clashes, all these suspensions, quite a lot of action for the altos and tenors in that regard. So I think what we should do is to play it all the way through, follow the score along on screen, or use the PDF, which is linked, of course, in the description. And then we will start with the bass line, and then we'll build up from the basses. So here we go. First time all the way through. Here is O Nata Lux. If you want to have a sing-along, you're very welcome. This is kind of the iconic chord. That's the one that's on the t-shirt. But we're starting there. Are you ready? Here we go. Isn't that lovely? Oh, Jamie, what a fabulous piece you've written for us all. Little bit of Poulenc, just a little hint of the French choral tradition at the end there, and some beautiful, beautiful clashes. Let's get started, everyone. This is so exciting. So as promised, we are beginning this week with the basses. Normally we'd actually start with soprano, but as Jamie has written this piece, and he has actually, his track was the foundation on which we built this. Jamie recorded his track in isolation. I have no idea what that's like, and sent it to me. I then added tenor and alto, and Hannah recorded her piece from America, everyone. So this really is a global recording. So basses, let's crack on from the top, shall we? And everyone, of course, is very welcome to read along, to listen, to practice. And as we go through, we're going to play it multiple times. So from the very top, and before, in case anyone's wondering, of course, these Beautiful words. We've heard them set a number of times, I think most notably before Jamie's setting, of course, by Tallis. And the words translate as, O light, born of light, Jesus, Redeemer of the world, with loving kindness deign to receive suppliant praise and prayer. So it's really appropriate that we're going to be recording this one for Christmas time. Now that is the opening line. Let's have a listen to the way Jamie sings it. Here we go.
O Nata Lux.
So we've got that really expressive drop of a major seventh there in the bass. So it is O Nata Lux te lumine. And in case you're thinking that's a long way to go, think of it going up and then think down the octave. Give that a go, please, basses. And O Nata Lux te lumine. Fabulous. And just be aware that there is a bit of a pull back just before that chord. O Nata Lux. And that's to allow that chord to really resonate. So basses, let's sing this first phrase. Here we go. And
O Nata Lux te lumine.
Then you take a great big breath and we go up the octave and we sing Jesu Redemptor Seculi. Just listen to that line and make it really tender as you go back up to the A. Let's sing that together with Jamie. Here we go. And
Jesu Redemptor Seculi.
lovely stuff. Okay, now carrying on. Okay. Dignare clemens supplicum. Remember, supplicum. Everyone, whether you're bass, or tenor, alto, soprano, the oo sound is pushed forward so you get that lovely blend. When you land on that note there, basses, it's a really sweet moment. So, Dignare clemens. Ready? And
Dignare clemens supplicum.
excellent. Now you grab another quick breath. Okay. It looks more complicated than it is, but it is down a tone. Now have a little listen to it. Here we go. And
Laudes precesque sumere.
yeah, it's a really, really nice moment harmonically. And it's going from a D natural to a B sharp, which looks like it should be miles away, but it's only a tone lower. So think of it as a C natural. And when you get to that moment, it's a surprise. So make sure you're singing it in that way that choirs do. It's a gasp moment for the audience. They go, oh, wasn't expecting that. So enjoy that little moment. Laudes. Are we ready? And
Laudes precesque sumere.
now the note there, just note the note that the bass and tenors come off after a single minim beat, a single half note beat, in order to come in on the next line, but altos and sopranos continue to the end of the line. Okay, now, having just sung there, we've got to go up to the G sharp, which is actually only a minor sixth away. Okay, so from there to there, and we sing a little echo of the opening. Qui carne quondam contegi. Really nice line for us there, basses. Have a listen to it, if my score will behave itself. So let's sing that together. Here we go. And qui carne quondam contagi. And note the crescendo here from pianissimo to forte or mezzo forte on this lovely, lovely clash. And it's important you go towards the clashes there. Now, from there, lovely, very, very singable line. So we jump up the octave from Contagi. We sing Dignatus est properditis. Let's sing that together. Ready? 1, 2. Dignatus est properditis. Now there's a crescendo marked for everyone because we are now building to this big moment. Now, whereabouts are we in the recording? Let me just check. Good. That's a good place to go back to. Let's go back to Qui Carne. If my score will behave itself. There we go. Are we ready? After 4. 3, 4. Qui Carne. Let's try that again. Sorry, basses. I need to get Jamie and myself singing together. Here we go. Ready? 3, 4. Qui carne quondam contagi, dignatus est properditis. Now, really gorgeous moment here. From the G sharp up to the C sharp's a fourth, and then descending. Nos membra confere fici. And just be really careful of that. Semitone, tone, tone, tone. Okay, whole tone scale coming down from there. Nos membra with Jamie. Ready, 2, 3. Nos membra confere fici. Lovely. Now, when you land on that chord again, you can hear a lovely ninth. I'm a sucker for a nice ninth as well, I have to say. We then drop a tone. And this is getting quieter, kind of morendo, almost dying away. Tui beati corporis. As well as getting quiet, it's also slowing down a little bit. So be ready for that. Tui beati. Ready, basses, after 1 and 1. Tui beati. And the S should be really very soft at the end. We don't want corporis. Okay, a very, very gentle corporis. Okay, now the altos take off into the next bar. This is bar 13. And basses, we come at the very, very end of the bar. So the altos coming first, then the tenors, then De Lumine is sung by the sopranos. And we come in there. It's a really very nice line here. Let's just look at those first 4 notes. De lumine. And you go for this. Okay, it's fairly hefty here in terms of the dynamic. Have a little listen to it. So it is. De lumine. Fabulous. Okay. Te lumine. Okay, don't want to go too loud or it's going to get distorted. We then drop down a fourth. Jesu redemptor seculi. With me, please, basses from Jesu. Ready? After 2. 1, 2. Jesu redemptor seculi. Excellent. We then climb. Dignare clemens supplicum. Okay, so let's go from Dignare Clemens there in bar 15 after 2, 1, 2. Dignare Clemens supplicum. Now you don't hang around on that, you carry straight on. Laudes precesque sumere. So what we're going to do, we're going to sing along with Jamie from that big De Lumine there in bar 13 to the end. And just be aware that penultimate note, the long one, it's the anti-penultimate note actually, you'll hear all sorts of clashes. Stick to your guns, okay? Follow Jamie at this point. So let's go back to the alto lead at O Nata Lux, followed by the tenors and sopranos, and then we come in. So here we go. So this is actually the last note of bar 12. Tenors. Ready? Here we go.
Dignare clemens supplicum, laudes precesque
is the bass line. Now let's go back to the top. We'll have a complete playthrough with the basses louder so people can practice. Remember, we're not recording this week. That will be in next week's session, but it's always good to have a one voice louder complete playthrough so when you come along next week you are ready. So from the top, gorgeous opening, isn't it? So ready basses, and everyone else who wants to sing, you're very welcome to. It'll be tenors in just a moment. Nice deep breath. 3, 4.
O Nata Lux te lumine, Iesu Redemptor seculi, dignare clemens supplicum, laudes precesque sumere, qui carne quondam contegi, dignatus est properditis, nos membra conferefici, tui beati corporis.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Illumine Iesu Redemptor seculi, dignare clemens supplicum, laudes precesque sumere.
There we are. Excellent stuff. Thank you very much indeed, everyone. Back to the beginning. Let's have a look now at the tenor line. It's such a great piece. It really is. So I'm just going to change the levels here so we have a little bit more of the tenor. And there we go. So from the top again. Okay, so tenors from the opening. Same, obviously, same shape, the same rubato, the flexible tempo as we approach lux, and the same oo whenever we have an oo sound in the word. And so tenors it is O Nata Lux Lumina. Let's sing it with the Patro Cathedral tenor. Here we go. And
O Nata Lux Lumina.
now you can hear the soprano at the top of the texture. That gives us our notes. Okay, so we go up to that E and we sing Jesu Redemptor Seculi. Let's sing that with, well, with me. Here we go. And
Jesu Redemptor Seculi.
lovely. Now we carry on that same pitch. Beautifully written here. Dignare clemens supplicum. Let's sing that together after 3, 2, 3.
Dignare clemens supplicum.
Lovely. And the ooh sound there is vital for getting a lovely blend. I'll talk more about that when we record it. Then, laudes preces sumere. That's that gasp moment. That semitone up is one of the magic moments in this piece. So laudes preces, ready, after 1 and 1.
Laudes preces sumere.
Now you come off before the sops and altos as we discussed, because you're coming in now on that G sharp. That'll echo back to the beginning, and softly to begin with we sing Qui carne quondam contagi. Really nice moment. Qui carne. Are we ready, everyone? My score is being a little bit cheeky today. After 4, 3, 4. Qui carne quondam contagi. Great. And then coming down, bearing in mind we're crescendoing up to that lovely E there, we sing Dignatus est pro perditis. Now that is a lovely line. And it's quite useful as you're coming down to remember that E, obviously, dignatus, that note on na there is the note we jump up to. Dignatus est pro perditis. Let us sing that together. Are we ready? After 2, 1, 2. Oops. Well, actually, let's go from there, since that's what the singer wants to do. Qui carne, the upbeat of our 7. Ready? In fact, I'll put it on screen. After 4, 3, 4.
Qui carne quondam contagi.
And then coming down.
Dignatus est pro perditis.
Such a nice line. Nos membra conferefici. Okay, so lyrical. So get every last scrap of emotion out of this. After 3, 2, 3. Nos membra conferefici. One more time with the singer. Ready? 2, 3.
Nos membra conferefici.
Now there's a little cheeky note there at the end. Nos membra conferefici. Dropping down to the F sharp. So let's just quickly sort that out. Nos membra conferefici. Don't forget that like I did. Let's have that again, shall we, everyone? Nos membra. There's your notes. After 3, 2, 3.
Nos membra confici.
And that's a really nice thing for Jamie to do, is drop us down to the F sharp, because our next note is there. Okay, allows us to just rise by a semitone. I suspect that's to avoid contrary motion, Jamie. Excellent job. We then rise up to the G natural. Tui beati corporis. All notes of the G major arpeggio. Let's sing that together with the singer Tui after 1 and 1.
Tui beati corporis.
Lovely, with the diminuendo through that line. Now, altos, as previously discussed, they start off like this. But as you can hear, tenors are in just a couple of crotchet beats later. So you've got a descending line, O Nata Lux, and then an ascending line, Delumine. So let's sing those two little phrases there from bar 13 and 1. O Nata Lux, Delumine. Think about the light. Think about the sun rising in the morning as you sing that line. So let's have the alto lead into that one, and we will follow very shortly afterwards. So here we go, and.
O Nata Lux, Delumine.
Now from there. So it is, if I sing, Jesu Redemptor Seculi. Let's sing that together, and Jesu Redemptor Seculi. One more time with the singer. So, are we ready? Here we go, and
Jesu Redemptor Seculi.
now carrying on, we're nearly at the end. So we climb from the G to an A. Dignare clemens supplicum. Now the note on the supplicum is the absolute pinnacle, the climax of the piece. So there's a little bit of a hold back in the tempo at that point. So let's go from dignare and then just allow that a moment to land. Are we ready? Let me just check that the track is ready, because I want to make sure I'm in exactly the right point. So here we go, just a little bit before. Here we go.
Dignare clemens supplicum.
Now carrying on. Laudesque cesque sumere. And on its own, it sounds really quite straightforward. It's when you sing it with the other parts that you start to hear all these amazing clashes. So from loud is the last note here in bar 16. It's 3, 4.
Laudes precesque sumere.
There we go. Fabulous. Let's take it back to the very top. And I do hope you're enjoying learning this one. Going to just rewind here. Have a quick sip of drink if you haven't done so recently. Water is, of course, the best thing to drink. Staying hydrated. I said 15 minutes for this session. It's nowhere near. I should say around about an hour if we're lucky. All right. But, of course, you have to go. Completely understand. But come back and learn this part ready for next week. So tenors are here, as indeed our basses, and altos and sops are here. It'll be altos next, after we've had the full sing through for the tenors. Here we go. Nice deep breath, everyone. So after 4, 3, 4.
O Nata Lux, Jesu redemptor seculi, dignane clemens supplicum, laudes preces qui carne quam dignatus est propeditis, nos membra confici, tui beati corporis.
And 1.
O Nata Lux, Lumine Jesu redemptor seculi, dignane clemens supplicum, laudes preces
There we are. Great stuff. Well done, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that tenor part. I'm sure lots and lots of altos will record that one for us as well, which is brilliant news. And it's time, speaking of altos, to learn your line. And it is gorgeous. You're going to love this one, altos. Back to the top. So, I mean, that's a beautiful melody line on its own. So let's have a look at this. Let me make sure everything's set up in the right place. So we sing O Nata Lux, Lumine, with a lovely crescendo up to that. Let's sing it together, starting on that note. 3, 4.
O Nata Lux,
Really lean on that D sharp. It's the distance between the soprano and alto that makes that particularly poignant and profound and heartfelt. Now, coming down in dynamic as marked there. Let's sing that together after 2. 1, 2. Gorgeous. Now, dignane clemens supplicum. Now, this ninth suspension does not resolve until the loudest, so you get to hold that lovely suspension. Dignare. After 3, 2, 3. Oh, I can hear lots and lots of altos clapping and cheering at this gorgeous line. Now we drop down a tone to laudes. Laudes preces quae sum It's that gasping moment going down to that G sharp, which is a really vital part of that chord. So let's sing that after 1 and 1. Holding on just an extra half a minute beat, an extra crotchet to allow the dovetailing with the tenor and bass line. So that little bit extra longer. So make sure you take a big breath and do stagger the breathing as you go through. If you find yourself running out of air, well then grab on. But actually, Jamie's written this in a very sensitive way. You breathe at the ends of phrases, and I think it makes an awful lot of sense. Now, qui carne, just as later on, when actually altos are leading off, this time the tenors and basses sing qui car. Okay, now we're going to take you up a little bit more into the upper register here, starting pianissimo, but then crescendoing up to mezzo forte. So we sing qui carne con un conteggi, and high emotion there on that B dropping to the A. Lots of B, a little bit less of the A, so you get that beautiful rounding off. So qui carne, and rolling R's if you can, and don't worry about it if you can't. Here we go. Gorgeous stuff. Now then, carrying on. Yes, really lovely line, just following down from the note we finish off on that gorgeous clash. Just important to notice where the notes repeat. When you get to S, you then sing the same pitch on pro and per, and then you descend down. So let's sing that together, dignatus, after 2. 1, 2. Another lovely suspension there. Now, from that note, okay, nos membra conferefici. Okay, there the suspension does resolve. Okay, so from that note, which is a B sharp, same as the C, let's sing that together. Nos membra. Ready? After 3, 2, 3. Nos membra conferefici. Now then, subito piano, suddenly, quietly, we sing Tui beati corporis. So from the A, so 3 of those, then a B, and then a C sharp, and a D sharp. It's a whole tone scale there. So it's subito piano, suddenly quiet, and getting quieter. So here we go. Bar 11, altos, tui, subito piano, and 1. Tui beati corporis. Excellent stuff. Now, we're mezzo forte here, altos, as we're setting out on behalf of the rest of the choir. And so we sing this lovely line. O Nata Lux denomine. How about that for an alto line? I'm sure all the altos in Jamie's choir absolutely love his pieces, because we're loving this, aren't we, folks? After 4, 3, 4. O Nata Lux denomine. And really think about the rising sun as you're singing this. Let your voice just grow and bloom and blossom, because it's a really lovely line. So, naughty score. Let's have that last note here. And after 4, ready? 3, 4. And then Okay, so it's A to the F sharp, 2 A's, then down to the D and the B. Okay, so just with me, Jesu and Jesu Redemptor Seculi. Now with the recording after 2, 1, 2. Great stuff. Now grab a breath. Sing that for me. 1, 2. Then grab a breath, just a quick one in the break. Then a C, your highest note of the piece, and this is a big one. Okay, it's marked fortissimo, so do go for it, but don't make it too warbly, don't make it too heavy. Drop your jaw to make a lovely S sound on it. Okay, let's sing that together after 4, 3, 4. Now, we're going to get quieter through this next phrase. And you really got to stick to the guide track here because the last handful of chords go from this to this. Ho, 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 and then. So just really do listen to the guide track and stick to your guns. So from Laudes in the last 2 bars, after 2, 1, 2. And there it is. So back to the top. Let's have the alto part from the beginning. Here it is. Remember the slight tenuto, slight holding back. Okay. And here we go from the beginning. Do enjoy this one, altos. There'll be sopranos in just a moment. Are we ready? After 4, 3, 4.
Oh
That's quite the alto line, isn't it? Oh, great stuff. Okay, so we have had 3 out of 4 parts taught. Back to the beginning. It's time for, frankly, the icing on the cake. This is lovely. If you've enjoyed everything so far, you really are going to want to hear this incredible soprano line sung by, well, one of the best sopranos working today, by Hannah Ely of the BBC Singers and indeed, of course, the Fieri Consort. So back to the top, and Hannah, welcome to Home Choir. And you can really hear the profound, heartfelt emotions of this. O Nata Lux, and do open up and sing a lovely broad note at the top there. Are we ready? So after 4, 3, 4. Fabulous. Now from that note, Jesu Redemptor Seculi. Really lovely line just coming down. Just be really sensitive to the dynamics there, Sops, and enjoy particularly the semitone movement. After 2, 1, 2. And then Tignare clemens supplicum. Listen. Sing that for me, please, Sops. After 3, 2, 3. Lovely, and then laudes preces quesumere. Let's sing with Hannah. After 1, ready, and 1.
Laudes preces quesumere.
Holding a bit longer. That's it. Well done, everyone. Okay, now then, on to the next line. Qui carne quondam contegi. So you hear the tenors and basses. So they give you a G sharp, then an F sharp. That then gives you your entry in bar 7, Sops, and we sing Qui carne quondam contegi. That's so beautiful. Leaning with as much emotion as you can on the D sharp because it creates that gorgeous clash with everyone. So starting in the beginning of bar 7, after 1, and now growing. Gorgeous stuff. Isn't Hannah an amazing singer? Dignatus est properditis. A really beautiful, really quite straightforward line so far. Almost with an air of plain chant about it. Dignatus est. Are we ready? Dignatus est, rather. After 2, 1, 2.
Dignatus est properditis.
Then nos membra conferefici. Let's sing that together. After 3, 2, 3.
Nos membra conferefici.
And then subito piano as before. Tui beati corporis. Very plain, very gentle sounds. Okay, Okay, starting quiet and getting softer. Okay, so from 2 in bar 11 and 1. Fantastic. Now the altos, as we know, set off into the next bar, and the tenors. Now you need to listen to that alto note, because to give you a G, your next note is there, sopranos. Okay, it's a beautiful, heroic sound. Just on its own, 2, 3. Great, now let's practice coming in on that entry. So here's the alto, followed by tenor, and then we come in sopranos. Tenors, and we sing. With a lovely tall mouth on the air, so we get a broad sound, and then carrying on. Yes, isn't that lovely? Let's sing that together before we sing it with Hannah. And Jesu Redemptor Seculi. We are nearly there with the big moment coming in a moment, but let's sing Jesu Redemptor. Starting on that E. After 2, 1, 2. Then you take a huge breath, and Hannah demonstrates that brilliantly for us. We then sing Dignare clemens supplicum. So we climb up the 4th, up to that G. Bearing in mind the tempo's holding back there, so just be prepared for a little bit of a hold on the F sharp before you get to the G, and then it's just down the scale. So from Dignare clemens, are we ready? After 3, this is the big moment. 2, 3. Well done. One more phrase. Laudes precesque sumere. And on its own again. Sounds pretty normal, really, but so when you put it with everyone else, you think, wow, that is quite a clash. After 2, 1, 2. Laudes precesque sumere. And once more with Hannah, same thing. 1, 2. So back to the beginning, and again, huge thanks to Hannah Ely for recording that for us. She normally, as I said, is a BBC singer, works at the Fieri Consort, does lots of course for Choir of the Earth, and she very kindly donated this recording for our purposes. So thank you, Hannah. Now, so from the very top, we've got sopranos, altos on the same note, tenors and basses there. This is a soprano playthrough, and then we'll have it once more in full before I leave you. And we will be doing the recording track for this next week. So no need to worry about recording over the next 7 days, but definitely listen to it a few times to get ready for our Sing and Send next week. So here we go from the top. And do enjoy this. It's absolutely gorgeous. After 4, ready sopranos. 3, 4.
O Nata Lux,
There we go. What a lovely, lovely line, and beautifully sung, of course, by Hannah. So we have one more playthrough, and I do apologise. We've gone way past the time I said, and if you're still here, I hope you've enjoyed the session this afternoon. I think you will agree this one really did need the VIP treatment in terms of teaching. So we're going to play it from the beginning, and then I shall leave you to enjoy the rest of your day. We'll be back, of course, on Friday with Fun Friday. If you are new and you're watching this later on, please do consider subscribing to Home Choir, which is completely free. We just love having people come and join us. We're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers, and we are merely 42. Douglas Adams will be proud. 42 subscribers off that target. So please do consider joining us. It does not cost you a penny. Now, from the very top, here we go, everyone. After 4, 3, 4. Well, there we are. What a fabulous piece. What a fun session it's been to teach that to you. I've been so looking forward to it since I heard it back at the beginning of the summer. We've been working on that for some months now, and now it's out there. All the teaching for Jamie Hall's O Nata Lux. Now, you have a week, everyone, to listen to that as much as you like, and do please come back after it's finished streaming, because all of the timestamps will be there in the description, so you can jump straight to the teaching. And please do share this as widely as you can. This campaign is so important. I'm sure we all agree that Macmillan Cancer Support is a vital cause and something that we can all get behind. So if you can entice members of your face-to-face choirs, of all your groups, to come and be part of this, even if they're not really, I don't do online choirs, tell them you need to do this one. It's a very special piece. It's completely free. Home Choir is covering the costs of all the mixing, and so this is going to be one that we ask you to donate directly to the charity via the link at Jamie's website. More on that next week. If some of you are feeling moved today, go over to jamiewhall.co.uk, follow the links and donate to that really important charity. If you want to wait till next week, that's fine too, but we'll be back on Wednesday to record that. And in fact, we'll be back, of course, on Friday for something completely different, Island in the Sun, and more cheery numbers. If you've been along today, as I've said, and this is your first time at Home Choir, I hope you enjoy it. We have done lots and lots of sessions like this, maybe not quite as spectacular as this, but we do all sorts of wonderful music, including, well, music hall, folk songs, sea shanties, classical pieces, opera, GNS, and pieces that I write, that other people write. So do consider subscribing, as is completely free. And once again, thank you to all of our donors for all of your support. So I shall see you on Friday, Home Choir. Well done for today. I'm about to go and fetch the boy before I get called up by the school. So I'll see you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.